She was in a bulldozer, like boom, and like running into this fucking Suburban and like flipping it over and stuff like that.
She didn't say nothing about that.
Can I get you guys to clap? 3. 1, 2, 3. So who are you, just real quick?
My name is Thig Nat.
My name is Justo, and we are the Physics.
Hand up for this shit right here. So far tonight, on a scale of 1 to 10, you guys have been fucking 10. I need you to take it up to 20 for this one, though. Can you do that? We're gonna bring Hollis Tyler again for this one. When the beat drop, just wear that shit and go crazy.
Like the beat, the way you speak to my soul when I go to sleep. I like that girl, the way she walk, the way she smile and look at me. 1, 2, 3, let me know if you're ready for me. It's the PHYSICS, PHYSICS.
As far as the groove goes, I think it's because we tend to make stuff that we like. You know, like it's hard to judge your music unless it's something that you like. You know, you make stuff that you yourself might want to listen to, and I think we kind of enjoy that melodic, cool, mellow kind of stuff that has a specific groove to it. And I think that's why a lot of the music follows that same pattern and vein of being groove heavy. I guess I don't know, it's kind of a weird way to say it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and as far as the lyrics go, I kind of just play off the beat, you know, whatever beat Justo gives me, I just kind of feel it out and try to, you know, I guess, you know, in a sense, groove to it the way I write to it and the way I deliver my verse to it. You know, never overpower the beat or anything like that. Just kind of compliment it well. So
I don't want to say groove anymore. Just I don't know why I have groove. Whatever, just fine.
This is gonna sound like a gag question, but it's actually
A gag question? Or?
It's gonna sound like a gag question, like
gag,
a joke
okay.
question, but it's actually entirely serious. You have a biology degree, and you worked for a biotech firm for a while. Do you think like that when you're making beats? Do you think in elements, and do you think in like specific components when you're doing production?
I think that creativity and scientific endeavors overlap a lot more than people realize a lot of times. I'm able to see both sides because I worked in both areas, and the way that we approach music, I think the name physics is very appropriate because the way that we approach music is kind of like an experiment. You know, we add a bunch of different elements, let it sit for a while, maybe stew and ferment or whatever you would call it, and come back later and we listen to it and we look and we analyze the results. We listen to the song and then we say, well, this didn't work, take out that vocal. Just like in an experiment, you might say, well, this condition didn't work, take out the sodium or whatever. You know, it's really like a scientific experiment. And from working in science for 8 years and working with almost hundreds of scientists, I realized that the best ones were the creative ones. In my experience, the best ones were the creative ones. Because the thing about it is we don't know everything when it comes to science. And the people that could think outside the box were the ones that were most successful in creating experiments that answered unsolved questions and met unmet medical needs. And I really do see us approaching music in almost the exact same way. You know, I remember Outkast giving an interview and saying that's how they made music. And they said they got that from George Clinton. They said, add a bunch of stuff to the pot, come back later, listen to it, take stuff out, put more stuff back in, and keep doing that. And in the scientific world, in academia and in biotechnology and stuff like that, that's how the work is really done. It's not as clear cut as people think. It's not like we don't know everything. It's all an experiment. And that's why they call it an experiment. So.
Oh, you mean Love is a Business?
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, Love is a Business. Yeah, that one we just kind of wanted to like. It was kind of like a tribute to like an old like soul record from like the 80s, the 70s, and the 80s. You know, like the OJs or like the Four Tops or something like that. So we just kind of went for more of a throwback look with the jackets and like the wider collars and the thick ties. And then we kind of laid a rougher texture over it to kind of give it that older feel. Yeah. So it's meant to have sort of a classic like throwback look to it.
What's on the cover of Tomorrow People?
Tomorrow People is actually, it's a couple kids on the cover. One of them is actually my little cousin, and another kid is actually Gio's son. And so for that one, that's definitely more of an abstract cover. It kind of plays on the theme of Tomorrow People, is children on the cover. And one kid has a crown on his head. He's kind of looking off into the distance, and he's kind of different from the other kids. The other kids are kind of playing and doing their own thing, and he's kind of like over to the side, like kind of looking off into the distance. So you're not really sure what he's doing, but he's different, and that kind of symbolizes us.
That answers that for me.
What'd you say?
That answers that for me. So you're in New York City on the Town All Day tour, and you guys have been on tour with the Scholars before. Anything stand out this time around?
Well, this time we get to go on tour for longer. Last year we just did select cities on the West Coast, but this year we've pretty much done the whole tour except for a couple dates, and we drove down the West Coast and flew over here to the East Coast and hit Chicago and New York. So we've had more of an opportunity to interact with fans in other cities and expose our music to more people. So that's definitely a plus.
That's all cool. That's it. Could I get you to say "So Funky" for me once? It's been in my head all day, and I know you're gonna play it, but
Just say So Funky?
just say "So Funky."
So funky, just to make the beat to make it hit so chunky. Hopefully my pockets finna get so lumpy. See me in the whip, a nigga sit so comfy. It's so funky, just to make the beat to make it hit so